Hi, Linda Sessions here, and it's week 3 in computer applications. Can you believe it? Crazy. Lots happened this last week in computer applications. The laptops that the school rents out have become available to students. However, if you go in and on some of them, if you try to download a Microsoft Office file, it comes up with an error message, and that's because of the firewall, the permissions, the way they had them set up, and the new Microsoft Office with their update. They just don't play well together. So you might end up having to take your laptop back and have it updated. If that happens to you, if you're not able to download those files in Cengage to do that work, you're going to have to give the IT department a call. Now, they are closed until Tuesday. So if that applies to you, you have two options, okay? You can go make use of the computers at the public libraries, get your work done there. They do have access to Microsoft Office, and you can get to your Cengage and everything at the public libraries. You just have to have a current public library card to use their computers. I don't know what their hours are. You would have to check online as well. Second, you will need to send me an email and let me know that is your situation, because these assignments are due Saturday, and I have given a little grace. I will accept them for full credit no later than 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon, or 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock Sunday afternoon. However, if your laptop is not working, then that is kind of a situation that's out of your control. But you need to get a hold of the IT department or the student help desk on Tuesday. And I will extend week 2 assignments for those people if they have emailed me and let me know that this is applying to you, to Friday. But week 3 assignments are due September 7th. I will not be extending week 3 assignments. So make sure that you get on board with getting a computer going. It's only an 8-week class. So what can I say? You can't fall behind too far in it. You're not going to be able to make up. You're not going to be successful. The other thing I want to let you know is that I do teach this class online again in the second semester in October. That might be something to consider for some of you. If that is something you want to look into, then get with your advisor, because everybody's situation is different. You want to find out, if I withdraw from this section and take it in the second 8 weeks, is that going to affect my student aid in some way? Is that going to make changes in my financial aid? If you're already on a financial aid plan or an academic plan, how would that affect those? Every student has a different situation. So make sure that you check with your advisor before you make any changes in the class. So, this class, for some of you, is taking a little more time than you thought it would. And a lot of it is some technology issues. For a lot of it, some of you are just going to the assignment listing on the right side of your screen and clicking there to do the assignments when all of the information and everything that you need to help you do those assignments is located in the module. So you need to go on the right side and go to the modules for that week. And that's where you're going to find the help and the information to do the assignments. Also, watching the videos. I can't stress that enough. I try to make sure that the videos are useful, that these weekly videos that I do answer some questions that I've heard from students, some updates like the laptops, and answer some questions that I have heard from a lot of students, and talk about questions that I've had from students previous that are getting ready to do, that are over the material that we're getting ready to do this next week. So the other bit of information I wanted to pass on is the remote desktop. Unfortunately, it isn't available for everybody yet. It is only working on those laptops that are school issued. They are still working on making it available for people with iPads and Mac computers. So as soon as I hear that one, I will let you know, because I know on the Mac computers, you don't have some of the drop-down screens that tells you exactly what you're looking at, so it's not as easy. So it can be done. It can be done. It's just not as easy. So, yeah, lots going on. So some people would say all of this stuff is going on, how do you keep smiling? Oh, and if you're at school working on a school desktop, and if you run into issues downloading your Microsoft Office document, first thing you need to do is reboot your computer, and that should fix that. You should then be able to download the Microsoft files and make changes. And that is Ashley in the background. Anytime I'm on my computer, she has to come see what I'm doing. Reboot your computer. If you're still running into issues downloading the files and being able to open them and make changes, contact Student Help Desk. There'll be a number on your computer, and you can give them that number and they can come in and make the proper corrections so that it does work. So back to how do I smile through all of this. One, that's why I have ducks. Ducks make me smile. My husband made me 46 miniature ducks on his 3D printer. So I have a duck army now. I thought that was really nice of him. And so I have a mug of ducks on my desk. I have ducks behind me. I have ducks on my wall in front of me. Ducks make me smile. And when I'm out and about, if I see somebody having a bad day, or if somebody has really made me smile, I give them a duck. I carry ducks with me to make other people smile. So my ducks make me smile. The other thing that makes me smile is my screensaver. This is a picture that I took this summer. We were able to go to Guam. My husband graduated from Guam, and this is a picture of one of the beaches that we were at, and it was absolutely glorious. I'd never been to a place like that before in my life. And growing up in Kansas, mud beaches, mud lakes, you could see your feet, and I was standing in water up to my waist, and I could see the fish swimming around, and it was just absolutely beautiful. It was awesome. And so I keep this up on my screen, and just to remember how I felt when I was there. the smells, the people, the sounds, and everything that was Guam. I loved it there. I can't wait. Hopefully we'll be able to go back one day so I can experience more of it. But that's how I stay calm. That's how I stay happy. So hopefully you have something that can help you stay on track and stay calm and stay happy. So, as a student, you do need to stay calm. I know a lot of you are, I just want to get in and do the work and go on. I don't care about anything else. You'll learn better if you're calm. But if we go into the class in Canvas, there'll be a new video up here later on today. Now over here on the side, you'll notice here I've got some, like this class begins today. So I can just actually close these, the ones I've answered, the ones I've done. I think as a student, once you turn them in, I think it's supposed to close these and let you know what you still have to do. But this is where, don't just go over here and click on the upcoming assignment, because it's not going to give you all of the information that you need to complete it. Come over here and either scroll down to the module that you need, or click on this module here. You can click right here to see all of your announcements. Right here is grades. This is very important. Go in sometime over the next week and click on this and look at your grades. And you can arrange them by due date, by the module. I usually do mine by a due date. And it's going to let you know if you've completed them. It lets you know what you still need to complete. Okay? And gives you the score. I think if I make a comment, there's a little comment box, and you can click on it and you can read the comment that I've made on it. So come in here in this grade book and you can see at a glance what you've turned in and what you still need to do. Now if you scroll clear down to the bottom, it will tell you what your total grade is right now at this second. If you have some assignments that are past due, but they don't have zeros on them yet, if they're past due, once those zeros get posted, it's going to make a difference in your total grade. But if you have a question about your grade, hey, reach out and ask. I try to answer in the comments why I've graded it the way I have, but reach out and ask. So I'm going to come back here to the modules. Most of you are in Cengage and in the e-text, just a handful of you. And I just got an email again yesterday from somebody. I don't understand how I get in the e-text. Week 1 module, scroll right down here, accessing the e-text. It's all right here. Just look through each one of these in order. And here's where you submit the screenshot. But this is how you do it. Week 2. This is all of these are due Saturday the 31st, which is today, 11:59 p.m. I have extended that till Sunday at 6 p.m. So if you can get them turned in at least by 6 p.m. on Sunday, I will still give you full credit for those. There's videos on YouTube. If you click on this list, it says Fall 23, Spring 24. I don't know why it still says that. I have changed it in
Aspire
YouTube.
Customers, 34% more profitable than non-Aspire customers, and more.
Hi, Linda Sessions.
No thanks. Be quiet. Over here, it's the WSU Tech CED 115 playlist. So here is the video from week 2 that I just did. Here is the Excel 1. This is the Ferrante and Dell. This is the first assignment in Excel. You see it's about 49 minutes long, and that's because as I'm going through it, I am talking about why you're doing what you're doing in Excel. I'm explaining to you what it is. So here's Rivera Engineering. I want to redo this one because it refers to Blackboard, but and I will eventually be doing that, but I'm not going to do it right now. This next week, and then here's the video for time management that you need to watch. It's going to give you some more information on what you can do with your time management, as well as this is the weekly schedule, creating your own time management spreadsheet. So in week 3, you're going to be creating an M&M chart. I am going to be redoing these this weekend. Here's the basic M&M chart, fast food calorie chart, and the budgeting assignment. And so all 3 of those right now are posted right here. And they do cover the assignments. They just have some Blackboard references, and we're now in Canvas, so I want to change that. And this basics in Excel, it does the bar chart, but I don't think it shows the, I don't think it goes into, yeah, it doesn't
Margins,
go
orientation,
into
size.
the, you not only need to make a bar chart that's going to look like this, but you need to make a pie chart. Okay, so this video doesn't go into the pie chart, so make sure you do the pie chart as well. So hopefully by Tuesday, these videos will be replaced, but just so that you're aware of that, make sure that you pay attention. So here back in the module, go back to the modules. Here, okay, so this is week 2. All of this is due. Don't forget to do the quiz. Everyone who hadn't turned stuff in should have received an email through Canvas letting you know, hey, I didn't receive that. It's just a reminder. You don't have to respond to it and let me know that you finished it. I will be going in and looking at grading probably late Monday or Tuesday. So reach out if you have questions. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. But here in week 3, again, you've got your overview, checklist, the YouTube playlist that I just showed you. Then you have this reading over Excel tips. Now this reading is one that I put together, and it is over information. I think it's about 40 pages long, but I got a lot of this information from a website called GCF Learn Free. Or GCF Global. It's at edu.gcfglobal.org, and it is put together by the Goodwill Community Foundation, and there's lots of information on this website. Tips for working, some core skills, reading and math skills, all types of topics. You can click on topics and you can see all different things. 3D printing, personal finance, there's some science here, some grammar, how to write cover letters, typing tutorial. I know some of you mentioned that you didn't type very fast. There's a real cool typing tutorial here that you can go to help improve. Again, typing faster, that's just a skill. The only way you're going to get better at a skill is to practice. And then here's Microsoft Office. So a lot of the information that I got for the basic skills I got from that website. So here's a faster way to use the fill handle, the auto sum. I talk about merging cells. You did that in the time management spreadsheet, but there's another way. to merge cells and reasons why you should avoid that if you're going to be doing a lot of adding, because when you have a sum, if you have a merged cell, you can't sum anything above it because it's a merged cell, so you can't merge that particular cell. But there is a way that you can still have the look of a merged cell, but it's not a merged cell, so it goes in all into that. Transposing to flip data, because you're going to be doing that in the M&M assignment. Switching the row column, how to remove the grid lines, chart layouts, lots of information. So I guess it's only 9 pages. But all of this information is going to refer to skills that you're going to be using in addition to the skills that you learned in week 2 to complete the assignments in week 3. So you can see here's a link to the online learning at GCF Global, and lots of information on those topics. So make sure you read through that. The quiz in week 3 refers to information found in the Excel tips. Then you're going to have the M&M chart, the fast food chart, and the budgeting project. Now for the M&M chart, what you're going to be doing is comparing 3 types of M&M candy. Now, I actually went out, let's look at this PDF assignment. I actually went out and got 3 different types of M&Ms, and I actually counted them to see what I had in them. If you don't like M&Ms, if you just get 3 types of candies that have different colors, that's what I'm looking for. Or you can go online and do some research and see how many red are supposed to be in a plain package of M&Ms. Okay. It could be a fun project if you have a family to get 3 bags of M&Ms, a plain, a peanut, and a peanut butter. Or if you're allergic to peanut and peanut butter, I mean, there's plain, there's caramel, there's mint, there's all different types of flavors of M&Ms out there now. You just need 3 different kinds. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy them, though. I guess that's the biggest thing. I don't want you to think you have to actually go out and buy the candy. You can do some research and come up with some numbers off of the internet. So you're going to open up a blank Excel document, and then you're going to set up the spreadsheet. I give you exact instructions right here. Make sure you pay attention to capitalization and spelling. You will get marked off. Going to be entering the data in your table. So you're going to be counting how many blue, how many red, how many yellow. So don't start eating your data until after you've counted it and entered it into your table. Then you're going to add formulas. You're going to be adding it up. Here's a total row for how many of each color and a total column for how many in each package. And then you're going to be doing an overall total. Now these totals all have to be done using formulas. I don't want you just entering numbers in here. So make sure you use formulas. And I think in the part 2 here, I actually give you a couple of different ways that you can add. Then you're going to format the table, just make it look good, tell you right here, and formatting the table area how I want it to look. So make sure that you follow the instructions and change the tab name. Then you're actually now going to go back, because when we did this, we forgot to put in a title and a subtitle, and we need that on our table. So you're actually going to go back and insert 2 blank rows at the top. Again, if you need help with that, you can refer back to the e-text. But you're going to insert 2 blank rows at the top. You're going to enter in a title. You're going to center the text in the range. You're going to use the center across section in the paragraph grouping. That is in the Excel tips again. And then format it with the total cell style. Then A2 is your name. And again, you're going to center it with the center across section and heading 1 style. Okay. Then you're going to insert a column chart. Now, what is so cool about charts is that the further you go up in a company, the more your the CEOs, CFOs, they prefer to have pictures as opposed to just text. So when you get finished with your assignment here, this is what it's going to look like. Okay. You're going to take this data and you're going to start, once you have your table done, you're going to take and click in A3. Now I know there's nothing in A3. I get that. But we need to take a rectangle in order to get that bar chart. So we're going to take and we're going to select A3 through G6. And I tell you that in the instructions. I spell it out for you step by step in the instructions. So pay attention to those details. And you create that chart. So I can take this, if I go into insert at this point, if I come up to bar chart, I'm just going to do a new one right here just to show you what I'm talking about. So I've got this data. So see, when I click on the chart, I can see where my data came from. So what I do is I go into yours, I download the file, I can click on the chart, and I can see exactly where you got the data from. Now you'll notice when I downloaded the data, I've got my colors in my columns, and then my legend, which is, it tells me how to read my chart, is a different types of M&Ms. Well, I don't want that. I want each individual area to be the different type of M&M. So it's real easy to do that. If I come up here to the chart design, you have to have your table selected. Right here is the switch row column data. So I can just click on that and it switches it around. Isn't that cool? So once you have a table selected, you've got the chart design tab, you've got format, you can add quick layouts, you can do chart styles, you can actually change the chart type if you're not happy with it. Right here is how you can move the chart to its own page if you want to. On the formatting, here is how you can format the chart and make it look different. And you're going to do that with the colors because, as you can see, yellow is gray, and you want to make that yellow yellow. You want your columns to represent the colors. So I'm going to click on the gray column, and you can see I have each gray column now selected. I can come up here to shape fill, and I can come down here to standard colors, and I can make them all yellow. Orange is okay, but this green is blue. I need it to be green, so I'm going to do the same thing. Come up to shape fill, make it green, and finally I'm going to go to this last one. I'm going to go to shape fill, and the closest thing to brown is this gold accent 4. Okay. I'm going to change the chart title, and I've got my table. So I'm going to delete this because I don't need 2 chart titles. And then when you're comparing the M&Ms to create your pie chart, all you need is the name of your candies and the total. You don't need all the stuff in between. So you're going to select the first range, which would be A4 to A6, and then hold down on your control key and select H4 to H6. Now you don't want to include the total row in either one of the charts in the row. The only time you're going to select the total is the total column, and that's when you're doing the pie chart. So now if I go to Insert, Pie Chart, see I have my pie chart. I can come up here to Quick Layout. I can find one that has maybe a chart title. I can come over here to Add Chart Element. I can add some data labels. Change the chart title. Again, there's chart designs and stuff. So that's how you're going to be doing the pie chart. So the best thing I can tell you as far as the M&M goes, pay attention to the details when you're working on it. Again, if you do the video, follow the video and do this over the weekend, it does not show you the pie chart. So make sure that you over here, follow the instructions. So here's formatting a column chart, inserting a pie chart, and then formatting the page. Okay. So, and we talked about formatting the page a little bit in the Excel 1 assignment. Okay. So you can see, and you don't want to, don't worry about Blackboard. I need to go in and change that assignment. You're just going to complete and submit this here in Canvas. All right. So the next assignment here, if I click on Next, is the fast food nutrition chart. For this one, you are going to go online and you are going to be researching calories on the internet. Now, if you've had a nutrition class, you have done something similar to this. In fact, I worked with one of our instructors to create this assignment. And that is how I found out that sometimes when you're looking at information from the internet for the calories on an item, it will list the calories, but when you want to find the fat calories, they list the fat calories as grams, because otherwise it looks like a lot of fat calories, and so they want to use the smaller number. So here you can see 3.4 grams of fat. Every gram of fat is equal to 9 fat calories. So if you've got 3.4 grams of fat that you're looking at on the internet, you need to multiply that 3.4 by 9, and that's going to be 30.6 fat calories. So that 30.6 is what you're going to put into your chart for this assignment, because you can't compare calories to grams. It's two different things. So there's another wiki on how to calculate fat calories. You just have to pay attention when you get on the internet, looking at your favorite restaurant, how they have indicated their fat charts. So you are going to go on to your favorite fast food restaurant, and I know I have some people come back and say, I don't eat fast food. Find a restaurant that you like and come up with a meal. All right? you are going to put your meal choices in column A, your food that you're getting. Calories are going to be in B, fat calories in C. You're going to use a simple calculation formula. B is your calories minus your non-fat calories, so you can see the actual calories. And then you're going to determine what the percentage of fat calories in. You can see there's no grams in here at all. And then you're going to create a chart comparing calories and fat calories. Then you're going to add another chart showing the percentage of fat calories you have. Now, in my chart here, I just did my top 3. You might have more than 3. It depends upon your meal choices. So your title might be something different. And then I want you to format your spreadsheet with the title. Use different fonts, colors, sizes. I want you to make it look good. And again, submit it in Canvas, not Blackboard. So you can see in the M&M assignment, literally step-by-step what you need to do. In the fast food nutrition chart, I just give you create a spreadsheet, enter your meal choice, enter your calories. I don't specifically step-by-step go through what you need to do. I did that in the M&M assignment. So you can always go back to the M&M assignment and see, okay, that's how they did that, because that's basically what we're doing here, except we're looking at fast food charts. So here, and I give you an example, Megan's fast food calorie chart. She went to Fatburger World, and you can put that up here if you would rather. Would probably make it work better. But here's my calories, my fat calories, my non-fat calories, and my percentage of fat. I've got my chart showing my calories and fat calories. Let's see if I can find. If I click here, you can see for my calories and fat calories, I just selected the first 3 columns. You might have to switch row and data information. And then my percentage of fat, if I click on here, you can see I just selected my items and the name, and then I selected the percentage of fat. Now, on this one, I put in the top 3 items, percentage of fat, but because I only had 3 items that had fat in it. There was no fat in my Apple Bites or my large Coke. So you can just leave out the top 3 and just put items, percentage of fat, or top 4 items. I would like to see, at least 4 or 5 items that you purchase for a meal. So, but go somewhere where you like to eat and see how much fat am I actually eating when I sit down to that meal. So that is the fast food nutrition chart. And if I go on to the next, let's see. The next one is a budgeting chart. So with this one, you are going to be creating a budget for a new apartment or a house using Excel. Again, I don't go into as many details as I did in the first 2. So you have a total budget of $5,000, and you need to purchase items for your new home. You want to spend as much money as possible on different items, okay? And I want more than one item, okay? So you're going to add pictures, make it your own. I mean, you don't need to buy the same things that is going to be in the that you're going to see here in just a minute. But you're going to go to the websites to find items. You're going to have at least 4 items that you're going to include the pictures of those items on. So you can use that snip and clip or snip and sketch and put pictures. And in that Excel paper, it tells you how to insert pictures in an Excel document. You must group your items into categories. Now, you're not limited to these. You might have different categories. For mine, I chose apartment furniture, appliances, clothing, miscellaneous. Maybe you have apartment furniture. Maybe you have a gaming room. Maybe you have a home office that you're going to set up as well. But you need to group your items. You're going to go shopping for your new apartment. You must purchase a minimum of 10 items. So you can't just purchase one item for $5,000. I want the item name, the cost, the website, and at least 4 of them need to have pictures, resized to fit the Excel space. You don't want them huge 8x8 pictures. And you need to stay within your $5,000 budget, and only school appropriate items, please. And then you're going to format your spreadsheet. You're going to color code your categories, which I would suggest using a conditional formatting. I think it'd be the easiest way to color code some of them. You're going to use a formula. I do give you more information on creating formulas and the graph, how I want the graph to look. I show you how I created the graph that you're going to see here in just a minute, but you can use any type of chart, your choice. Okay. And then not in Blackboard, in Canvas. So here is what mine looked like. Here it is in the actual Excel document. See, I have my apartment budget. Here's my budget of $5,000. I have my item name, the website, and the picture. My groupings, apartment furniture, and so my first one was a TV I found at Best Buy. So right here, if I move my mouse over that Best Buy, oh, why isn't it working? They were links. I need to go back in and make them links again. Here we go. So this Wayfair, see how my mouse changed when I put my mouse over it? That lets me know that that is actually a link. So I should be able to click on that link and it takes me to that website. Now, I created this chart a couple of semesters ago, so some of my links don't work because those items are either no longer on sale or they don't sell them anymore. So can't go to those websites, but you can see here Lowe's. Anytime when I go look at yours, each one of these should be a link. Okay, and you will get counted off if I click on it and it isn't a link. And another way I can tell it's a link is right here when I click on this. All I see up here is wayfair.com. Wayfair.com. There's Walmart. But again, when I put my mouse over it, I see my link. You see, for some reason, I don't have a link here. If I right click on that there, open hyperlinks, because there's not one there. So you will get counted off if that website does not have a hyperlink. Now, when you do enter a hyperlink, so I want to enter a hyperlink here, I am going to select the text that I want the hyperlink to be linked to. I'm going to come up here to Insert. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out why my link's not working. I click on Link, Insert Link. Okay, right here at the top, I can tell it what text I want it to display. So you don't want to put, if you got a huge URL, you don't want to put that whole thing to show up in your Excel spreadsheet. You just want the name of the store or the website that you're going to, like Best Buy, Wayfair. So down here, let's see, what was this for? It was for bed. I'm bringing up the Wayfair website. So here's Wayfair. Find a bed I like. Some of them are online or for sale. So I'll find one that I like. Don't necessarily like this one, but for my purposes here. Right here, see how long that website is? You don't want all of that on your Excel spreadsheet. But I can highlight this. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my Excel spreadsheet. And down here in the address, I'm going to paste that hyperlink. So right here, up here, the only text that's going to display is that wayfair.com, and then this is the address. It's going to take me right to that bed. So, okay. And so then, I guess that was a mattress I was looking at, but you can see now I have a link. So make sure your links are going, I mean, that should be going to a mattress, not a bed, but I wanted to show you how to insert the link. And I go over that in the video for this as well. So make sure your websites are good. For formulas, you're going to have apartment furniture. So I've got furniture cost, and this, if I double click in this cell, you can see I've added this area up above it. Now I've got my kitchen cost. Yeah, it's only one item, but you've got a formula in there. Miscellaneous or clothing costs are right there. And if you put clothing, you should put down here, you know, are you going to Goodwill, going to Kmart, where are you going to go get your clothes at? And the same with miscellaneous costs. Even though there's one item, I want to see a formula. So then you're going to have an overall total. And on the overall total, you're only going to add up the furniture cost, the kitchen cost, the clothing cost, and the miscellaneous cost. So you're going to hit equals each one of these separate. Then to get your remaining budget, you're going to hit equals B2, or wherever you have your $5,000 budget entered, minus B22, the overall budget. And I will check for those formulas. When you create your pie chart, you're going to be selecting the different areas. So like here's kitchen appliances. I think I selected that whole thing. Let me see. Where did the class go? Just one sec, I lost class. There it is. In the instructions, yeah, I selected the range. A11 to B11. Okay, it wasn't A11. I did just the cost. So I've got my furniture cost, A10 to B10. Then I held down my control key, the kitchen cost. Keep holding down your control key, the clothing cost, then the miscellaneous cost. And then come up and then your pie chart. And then I went in and I selected a style I liked and made changes and stuff to it. So all you want to select for your chart is just the overall cost. Get rid of that. So, the video took a little bit longer. You can speed me up if you need to go through it. The next assignment after that budgeting assignment is the quiz. So you can go in and do the quiz. All of those are due September 7th. All of them you create using Excel. You don't have any starter documents, so you're going to use Excel. And I think too, in the assignments, should be in there. I might have to go back in and change it because I want you to go in and in the info area, I want you to make sure that you add a title and make sure that your name is in the info box. So, so I will go in and I will make sure that's posted in there for you to remember to do that as well. So that's the assignments in week 3. Hopefully you'll have some fun doing them. All of them are assignments that I created with help from my colleagues at WSU Tech. So they're different. The budget one is one that is very similar to an assignment that they have the interior design program use when they're working with their clients. The candies, that's just kind of a fun one, but you know, if you think about going and purchasing something for an office, you're going to have to go in a lot of times and make different counts of stuff. And maybe you're not going to look at color, or maybe you will. I know my husband has a 3D printer now, and he's got all sorts of colors on his filament. So he should create a spreadsheet with his different colors of filament, and when he uses them, so he knows when he needs to reorder new ones. And so a lot of businesses use an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of inventory, and they do something similar to like the M&M sheet. So anyway, try to have some fun this week. Reach out if you have questions. I'm here for you. Remember, Saturday night, have week 2 turned in. The latest 6 p.m. on Sunday. If you have one of the school's laptops and it's not letting you download the Excel file or Excel documents to your computer to make changes to, see if you can find a library to get them turned in. Otherwise, you need to send me an email. You need to get to the IT department on our NCAT or South Campus and get that updated so that you can download those files. And I've extended those due dates till Friday, but you can still work on those week 3 assignments on your computer. Now, you can turn them in early, and then all of week 3 is due September 7th, which is next Saturday at 11:59 p.m., and then we start on Word. So have a great week, and I'll catch you later. Bye.